What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to cover Bitcoin. We're going to cover the market as a whole, what I think is going to happen to the market, what it's doing, why it's sitting sideways, why it's not going up. We're just going to cover all that all in one video. Before we dive into the charts, I want to say something that I think is on pretty much everyone's mind. I just haven't seen anyone saying this, is the fact that apparently there's about 7,000 different reasons why Bitcoin can go down. Oh no, we have this Evergrande story from China. Oh no, Bitcoin's going down. The SEC or the government said something bad about crypto. Bitcoin's going down. Oh, the stock market's struggling. Bitcoin's going down. There's a new variant of the virus. Oh, Bitcoin's going down. It seems to be there is 7,000 different reasons why it can go down, correct again, drop, flash crash, whatever. It's just kind of, to me, it's just kind of ridiculous, to be honest. And lately, there's only been one or two small little reasons that might give it a little bit of momentum to the upside. I think it's been rather ridiculous lately. I do believe there's a little bit of manipulation going on overall in the markets, and I'll cover that a little bit in this video. And we'll just dive into the chart now on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin here, yes, I will admit, yeah, on the daily, this is a little bit ugly. This is the daily time frame. We have the bearish cross here where the 20 EMA comes under the 55, comes down, and we're rolling from that flash crash that happened the other day. I do believe that is partially from some manipulation there. I will say that if we go to the weekly, though, let's go to the weekly. Let's see what kind of health we have here, and I showed this in my video the other day. So we are currently well above the 55 EMA here. We are here. The 55 EMA sits at roughly 43,500. We're well above that. Even if you wick down or fall down towards that 43,000, as long as you can hold it as support and then come back up, to me, I'm going to remain bullish. My overall case is I was bullish. I was bullish overall in the market, looking at the macro trend in June and July this year, even when it was very fearful, everything was down. A lot of people thought it was a bear market, etc. Well, at that point in time, that's when I was buying up XRP, and I was buying up the XRP at 52 cents, 55 cents, and I was buying up other coins much cheaper than they are now, because I had that conviction in June and July. I had in the summer that I just had that belief that no, it is a major correction. As you can see here, it's a major correction, and you were finding all the support on the 55 EMA to come back up, which happened to be true. Now, we have kind of stalled out lately and just kind of been rolling, and it's been a little bit frustrating. It is what it is, but at this point in time, it's going to be patience, patience, patience is what it's going to be. So that's the answer right now. More patience, unfortunately. But that's the answer. But at any rate, I am not changing my conviction overall that we are still in a bull market, and we are still going to continue to the upside. I'm not going to change that now. I'm getting the same feeling now that we had in June and July, where it's hard to see it, but when you can read between the lines and you can look at all the data, the chart still, this chart here, this is still healthy for continuation on. You wicked to the 1414 Fibonacci. When you drop down below the 55 EMA and you shot right back up to this level of support, you're still sitting well above the 55 EMA. A little bit of strength. Where's the 20 EMA here? The 20 EMA is at 52,000. Just a little bit of momentum and a little bit of strength back to the upside would get you back above the 20 EMA. So you're just below it right now. So still looking healthy. And overall, if you take emotion out of the equation, yes, this sucks that we were at 69,000 and now we're at 48,000. Yeah. And it's just a lot of waiting and a lot of patience. But if you take emotion out of the equation and you just look at, like I said in my last video, if you just look at the sentiment, like yesterday we had the crypto in Congress, we had the crypto in the House committee meeting, Brian Armstrong and some different people from crypto exchanges, just some larger crypto people basically talking to Congress about it in the meeting. The entire thing went very well for crypto and looked good for crypto, even for XRP, and a lot of things were said about the SEC. So that looked good. El Salvador has, bought the dip. We have whales still buying the dip. We have financial institutions still buying the dip. Michael Saylor buying more. I believe he's going to buy more no matter what, though. He's just DCAing in for a 5 to 10 year time horizon at least. So he's going to buy it no matter what. But the sentiment is good. We just corrected for 2-3 months all summer. If you look at other markets like the stock market, the real estate market, you look at other markets, that didn't happen with any of these other markets. It's not like housing dropped in half on price or up to 80-90% on a correction, or that like the stock market did that as a whole or anything like that. So like we did our correction, we did our time looking at everything overall without emotion. I still believe that we will continue on. Later in this video here in a minute, I'm going to show a clip from another channel from Market Makers that I think you're going to like. It's kind of a completely different outlook on what I do on this channel on the charts. When I'm usually showing you guys, it's a little different, but it's kind of crazy, and it's going to point to some different price predictions here. So we're going to look at that in just a second. Let's go to the daily here on Bitcoin. Back to the daily. So overall, I have shown that if you do the Fibonacci here off of the lows this summer, and you set them to the 64,000 high. Let me adjust this just a hair. And you zoom out and you look at the 1618 off the high back in spring and the lows this summer. If you look at the 1618, I've talked about this on the channel a number of times. It is at 107,599, nearly 108,000 if you round that up. And I've talked about that for months on this video or on this channel. And what's crazy about this video I'm about to show you is this video is all about 108,000. So I'll show you one quick thing on Glassnode, and then I'm going to show you a clip from another YouTube channel. So number one here, look at this here, December 8th. We are even lower than we were on the balance on exchanges from November 25th, when we were still pretty bullish before that crash. We are at a lower point from yesterday on December 8th. Today's the 9th. We could be even lower. I don't know. I don't have the 9th here. But I will say, if you rewind back to even November 30th or November 29th here, we were still up here. We kept going down. We had a movement back up with that flash crash from Bitcoin, and now we are lower again. We are lower than this level right here that we had on November 25th. So we've just made another new low, a new local low on Glassnode on the balance on exchanges. So I mean, that continues. Again, I'm talking, if you're talking sentiment, sentiment. As far as like the Congress with crypto, you're talking about adoption, you're talking about supply and demand. You're looking at all the, you're looking at the on-chain metrics, the charts, you're looking at everything. When you zoom out on the charts, you look at everything, you remove emotion, we still have a picture that is being painted of continuation for Bitcoin. If we go to the exchange balance percent here, which is a different way of measuring it, we are currently at 12.756% on exchanges, 12.756, okay? If I come up here and I rewind this back over the last, let's say, 3 years, let's go back even farther. Let's go 5 years here. So 12.76%. We haven't seen a percent that low since, let's see here, since around February 1st, 2018, almost 3 years ago. A low percent on exchanges from almost 3 years ago. What else does that tell you? I know you got Plan B talking about it, it's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It's like the bears are trying to hold a beach ball underwater in the pool, and you can only hold it underwater so long, and it's gonna, when you let it go, it's gonna launch up out of the pool. So, possibly we're waiting for something like that. I don't know. We will see. Now I'm gonna show you a video. So check this out here from Market Makers.
Guys, what I want to show you, you hear me beat this to death all the time. What is the most commonly retraced to fib in pattern trading? It is the 618, right? So let's take this from the baseline of our Darvis box in accumulation, go up to the top of reaccumulation on the dollar, and let's see where price got to in the first complete Wyckoff price cycle. just shy of the 618, denoted here in gold. Just shy, a couple $100 shy. Depending on your exchange, you may have hit the 618. Now let's do the exact same thing. Remember, our accumulation box right here is now up higher. This is how you get higher highs. Our accumulation box is up here because we completed a Wyckoff price cycle. So this is our accumulation box. We're going to go from the base of our accumulation box, again, to the top of our reaccumulation box, just like we did the first time. Look where the 618 is. I mean, guys, this isn't the amazing part, but I want you to understand this. Look where the 618 is. So 2 complete Wyckoff price cycles. You almost hit the 618 on the first cycle. You pierce it on the second cycle. Both times you reject it from that fib, and price falls down into markdown and goes back down into accumulation. Now, keep in mind, what's really amazing about this when you consider this is the price starting points. So your price starting point down here for the low is 38.93 Bitcoin, okay? 38.93 Bitcoin, and over here, you're at 28,797 Bitcoin, and you're still hitting the same fib in measured moves. Now, watch this. This is something really interesting. Let's go from the reaccumulation box to the top of the distribution box, because what you're probably thinking is, well, that's interesting, Brendan. You hit the 618 twice in both Wyckoff price cycles, but you got a problem. Your problem is the only box you have right now is accumulation. Where is your reaccumulation box going to be? Where is your new distribution box going to be, and how can you determine that? How can you predictively determine that? To answer that question, you have to use market symmetry. So let's get a measured move. Let's get a measured move from the base of the reaccumulation box. Let me get this exact. The base of the reaccumulation box up to the top of the distribution box, 132.63%. 132.63. And then let's do that again. We're going to go from the base of the accumulation box to the top of the distribution box. This is going to be 141.25. You average these two numbers together, 136.325. I already did the math on my phone. 136.325. So guys, since you see how price moves, accumulation becomes reaccumulation, distribution, markdown, accumulation, right? Your accumulation box is higher. If you note this, your accumulation box is higher than the previous accumulation box. This is how you get higher highs, okay? So we're going to take the base, which we haven't even tested yet. The base of this accumulation box, which is 39,712. And again, I copied this exact accumulation box here over, but the base may be higher, maybe at 42. But let's just take a measured move from the exact cycle that Bitcoin's repeated now. So this is 39K, and let's go 136.325%, and let's see what magic number we end up at. 136. Let's get to 136.325. 108,200. 108,200, utilizing a measured move that Bitcoin has repeated twice. Not a 2013 fractal, guys. Nothing from 2018. This is current bull run, current Bitcoin price action, 2021. Bitcoin has done this move twice already, and the next time it does it, we can get to 108.2 Bitcoin, the same exact price target of our rising valleys pattern, 108K Bitcoin. Market structure, market symmetry. You're seeing it in the Wyckoff price cycle and the Darvas box setup, okay? This is absolutely phenomenal when you consider this. Now, what's the downside? Because this is all bullish. What's the downside? The downside is Bitcoin has to hold this box. Now, I measured that. Keep in mind, I measured that from 39,700. 39.
Okay, so very cool video there. Very cool clip. I love the way that he's doing the Wyckoff distribution there. He's looking at the accumulation boxes, the markups, the markdowns. Very cool video. Very interesting that, as you see here, I have this at 107,599. I don't know if I could zoom in, and I don't know if I can move my fibs any. My fibs are about right on the money, but that's within $700-800 of what he's got. Both ways he's measuring it. The 3 rising soldiers and also the Wyckoff distribution measured move first part of the video. So kind of crazy, but at the end of the day, when you put everything together, to me, it looks like Bitcoin should have more. It should have more room to the upside in it still, that we are not in the bear market yet. According to Credible Crypto, just watching some of his tweets, and we'll look at that here. He says, this aged well. 6 months later, we are still chopping between 30 and 60K. We're about to start the alts will run wild part. Bitcoin dominance saw some relief first. Alts took a hit. Now it's time to dump dominance to Goblin Town and send alts to Valhalla. So very interesting. I remember in the comments, someone was asking him if 100,000 Bitcoin plus was still on the table, and he says yes. So everything I'm taking, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I really respect the guy. I don't want to put any words in his mouth, but based on what I could put together, it sounds like what he thinks is going to happen is next, the alts will run wild. Bitcoin will move with them, so the market will kind of move in unison. Bitcoin will head towards that 100K area. It will eventually top. Once it starts to drop and lose even more dominance because altcoins are outperforming them. And they can also, when the whole market's running together, altcoins could be outperforming Bitcoin easily. So Bitcoin could move up in price and be losing dominance at the same time. That's just the percentage that Bitcoin holds of the entire market. So they could basically run together, is what I've gathered from comments and posts from Credible, and just, you know, I post on him. I post at him sometimes and he'll respond and whatever. So based on what I'm seeing is everything he's saying is everything will run together, and then Bitcoin will top. Bitcoin will start to go down in price, and then altcoins will have that last blow off top and the bull run will be over. Basically, all that together, what he's kind of saying, that's what I've been thinking this entire time. That is what I think is going to happen still. That is my thesis on this market still. It's just more patience, and I believe there's some manipulation going on with whales, where whales sell Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is manipulated in the way that it is sold, and then the price drops, and when the price goes down, it liquidates all the leverage traders and their portfolios, which also liquidates altcoins, and just the prices drop across the board. Then they struggle to get that momentum, and they need to consolidate sideways, which is kind of just not a waste of time, but it's a week or two of time where you just got to sit around and watch a bunch of nothing. Basically, it's just some more consolidation for some movement, waiting for some movement to the upside. But at the end of the day, I've laid out a lot in this video that I see. That's what I see happening over the next coming 6 months, 7 months. I guess we'll just wait and see, but patience is all we can do right now. Patience, patience, patience. And I'm going to try to get some more videos out. I don't want this video to be any longer, so that's all I'm going to cover for this video. Please smash the like button below if you liked this video. Please subscribe. Hit the subscription button down here in the bottom right-hand corner if you can see my logo. Click it, or click subscribe below like normal. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. We will see you in the next one. That's it. See ya.